Hi Capricorn, how are you? I hope you're doing so well. Happy New Year. Hey, we are going to do a 2022 inner and outer reflections. We're going to do inner with this deck, outer with this deck. We're going to pull some chakra cards and then end it or wrap it up is what I tried to say both there at the end with some more tarot. So let's get started here. We are going to see the inner reflection first there. And really, Jehovah wants to show you what this next air will bring, between this fresh air coming in with this air energies. I keep getting air energies, air and the energies for 2022. It's going to be new. It's going to be balancing out for you. And hopefully within you and your free will, you're willing to take that opportunity to grow and understand that this this recognition of truth inside of you needs to happen. It's kind of been, you know, on your back burner for quite some time now, and now it's kind of like this is going to be the year that's going to make you do it, kind of, sort of. You know, it's going to put you through some shit if you can't help yourself. You know, 111, if you can't work with yourself and follow your intuition. Yes, thank you, Father. I just saw two queen cards there, a black and a red. Healthy and a negative. Let's see here. Jehovah Capricorn 2022. Wow. Wow. That one flew away like it was nothing there for inner there. All right. And then Lord Outer. And I see two cards there. So I'm going to, yeah. Outer reflections here for Capricorn. Thank you, Father. Oh, my goodness, Cap. You're going through a lot, aren't you? And you think you're going through a lot, but you're going to be going through a lot even more so. However, it just depends on this mindset and how you decide to look at it. Within this inner reflection and this inner battle between yourself and what needs to be balanced out between, you know, all your four kings and your queens here, your feminine energies and your masculine energies. Your first card here with your inner reflections is a 7 of Wands. And you know, you're really starting to determine that you have to leave and separate between things that make you negative, that make you toxic, whatever influences are here that are keeping you bounded behind there, whatever lies, deceit, thievery, prideful haughtiness, ego that was around you to make you that way, to be able to absorb those energies. Well, what's happening now with the 7 of Wands is that you're starting to see from these different vantage points what was making you toxic and who was making you toxic. But then at the same time, you're not able to steady yourself completely, so you get really defensive. You get very upfront, and that pride comes in, that ego comes in. Instead of reacting, or instead of responding, you react instead. And the Lord wants to challenge you in responding instead of reacting. When you react, you're going right off of your low ions, your toxic negativity that's what's inside of you here. And if you're operating by your lows, you're just going to be wishing for low to be back towards you. You know, the bottom of the deck here within these inner reflections, you have these two cards, and they're both sword cards. They're both twos, which I absolutely love, because 7 of Wands here. Wands is our ones, swords, these truths are our twos, cups are our threes, and our pentacles are our fours. And our fours is what you all want as to be balanced, because it's your fire, air, earth, and water, to be able to make it all blend and manifest together. Well, right here, honey, you have, oh my gosh, okay. Well, that 4 of Pentacles is trying to come in the bottom there, like you've just been able to gain some control, but right now you're losing it. I had that 3 of Swords somewhere right here, and I lost it as I was picking up the deck. However, that 3 of Swords was sitting out there that whole time, and I'm gonna just grab it. There it is. Okay, so we have that 3 of Swords and 2 of Swords. So you're trying to bring in this balance emotionally and mentally within the truth here between you and your broken heart and this third party that you always were stuck in. You know, this could also be your low spiritual consequences that you made, that lust, those non-committal energies, the fact that you were really hurt by not being able to give someone else what they wanted, and you weren't able to get what you wanted back in your return. You know, I kind of feel like with these 7 and 5s here, there's always someone that's going to be returning to you. It hasn't yet stopped. And in order for this truth to come in, you have to face that judgment, that personal accountability of being able to return home to yourself by what had happened, to be able to return home to them in the sense of this masculine and feminine energy, you know, with these 4 kings and queens inside of us here. And when you have 5 swords, you're defeated, but the Lord didn't give us a 5 here, Capricorn. 4, 4, 4, you're protected right there. Okay, the Lord didn't give us a 5 of swords. He's now already configuring inside of your flesh test tube here, your tower. Okay, what is going on is that you have to bring in this balance because of this broken heart. Okay, it's not a 5 and we don't know what the fuck is going on. The Lord's showing you right here, broken heart, and you need balance to be able to make it work completely within that 7 to get you moving forward. Okay, because if you think about it, this is just 7 ones. Okay, 7 and then 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. How is it supposed to reproduce and react? And that 8 of wands is just communication. Then it gets you right into that 9 of wands, which is just 9 1 1, an emergency situation which you need Lord Jesus to help get you through, right? Otherwise, if you don't continue moving on those minds positively to reproduce more feminine energy by way of your feminine side, what's going to happen is you're just going to be stuck in that 9, and it's just going to go 1 1 1 1 1 forever, 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 and you're not going to be able to grow. Okay, which is that 5 of swords card instead of 3 and 2. Okay, so there's so much potential here for you. Let's do one more here. Yeah, look at this 9 of cups here, and this is what's going to happen is when you allow that truth to come in to blow out these ones. So you're responding now instead of reacting and being an angry dick or a bitch or whatever it is. You know, you have this 9 of cups now. You have this self-love to remember that, okay, my heart here, which is now 3 times bigger, 3 times 3 is 9. I now have more to offer myself, and I now have more to offer my person on the outside, which is clearly already having this reconciling energy because this is 6 overall. Okay, so what needs to happen is that this self-love needs to come in, so then you can start to bloom on the outside and be able to balance yourself on the inside, balance yourself on the outside. But we'll get to this in just a minute, which this is very, very loving as well, and I love that for you, Cap. You deserve the most happiest of your wildest dreams coming true, and you need to be able to understand that because you have the Queen of Cups right here. Okay, this feminine side inside of you, honey, it is your best friend, your Empress energy, and you need to be friends with it. You need to come home to it. You need to let all the low toxicity side of it go. You need to understand this emotions inside of you has taught you to heal. Okay, this is also your Queen of Cups. You could be dealing with the Cancer. You also could be dealing with a fresh ass air sign. You also could be dealing with the Gemini, Cancer cusp, okay, Capricorn. However, this person, this queen of yours, this feminine that's outside in your 3D, which also matches the inside of your 5D because of how bounded this is, how 7-11, thank you, Lord, 7-11, thank you, Lord, how bounded this is, and this contract that needs to take place. You know, I really feel like this queen that keeps continuing to come back is your twin flame, Cap, and you've had a lot of twin flame energy lately. So yeah, and a lot of it's been Gemini, actually, with that air. And then this Libra energy is also going to come in between this 2022 phase. So just keep in mind that there's going to be a house of communication, this truth that's coming in overall between the reflections of you. This doesn't necessarily mean bring your queen back into it if there's a separation, or if there's not a separation, don't bring your queen into it. Your healing journey is yours alone, and your recovery is yours alone. Don't let the queen influence you to do something else spiritually when you're on the right track as it is already, because you've already separated the 5 of swords. You're just trying to see the balance that needs to take place, okay? That had to do with your queen for sure. Okay, that 9 of cups is going to come back in to be able to, for you to love yourself and not have these self-harm behaviors anymore, because, you know, there's a lot of drinking here too with these cups. However, this Queen of Cups has taught you how to love. She showed you, or he, you know, this could be King of Cups too. You guys were adults, flip the energies here, but I feel like I'm talking to a masculine. This Queen of Cups was the only one to give you that investment. The only one to really show you this loving, calming, caring, kind, true motherly nature. She was the only one to ever give you that time of day. She was the only one to still love you unconditionally. And now that 5 of swords came in and separated you both, and now the truth is starting to separate you as it so should. You know, every single time this 8 of wands tries to come back in, there you just react and respond, and you don't let it grow and continue. You don't allow the truth to clear it, to be able to bring love into the situation here. Last bottom of the deck there. Yeah, look at that. 8 of Pentacles. Within that 7 of wands, that 8 of wands to bring up to that 2s, to bring up to the 3s. So the 9 of cups is already here. So we'd have to have that 7 of cups, that 7 of cups and that 8 of cups to be able to therefore multiply and reproduce and have this feminine and masculinity balance within your pentacles, your 4s here. And this is earth energy, honey, and this is you. Okay, this Queen of Cups shows you just how worthy you are, but you don't want to take those practices and take the same kind of love that she gave you and give it to yourself. And that's really what 2022 is going to bring about, because you have the 7 and the 9 plus the 3 and the 2. So it's only going to reproduce even more into those 6s and those 8s, and then the 7s and the 9s and then the 11s, and those 6s and 8s are going to go the 10s and the 12s. So it's always going to be able to counteract and balance for you here within your electrical prop, your flesh scientific test tube, your light stand, your lighthouse. Okay, that's beautiful. My goodness. Yeah. either way, there's just going to be a lot of justice coming in for you this year in the sense of being able to really ground yourself, because you're sitting up here in your royalty. Okay, once you become friends with your emotional side, those queens are going to come into you. Now, when your inner reflections are different and those queens are actually positively producing higher frequencies, more positive ions with these 7s, 8s, and 9s versus those 2s and those 3s and those 1s, right? Well, what's going to happen is you're going to be able to offer yourself even more on the outside. This is Page of Cups. There's a spy here that's been watching you. And I really feel that you understand this, because within your twin flame, it's like there's a separation here. You're always spying on her with love. You're always trying to figure out a way to see her and talk to her and know that it's just not over. There's unfinished business here. But honey, there's unfinished business here because you've also have unfinished business with yourself in this healing, which is where, once again, this cups is taking place. Okay, we had wands and 1s and 2s all overall, but the rest of this year is only going to teach you on the outside how to love yourself properly. Instead of spying on her, you're going to be able to learn how to make sure that you're taking care of yourself with that equal give and take between the 6s there. Okay, this is also this same magnetic telepathic connection that I'm getting. Okay, this Queen of Cups, who's in charge of this energy here within you, really, this feminine side is also going to be trying to come home to this masculine side inside of you, Capricorn, and to give you everything in this balance, to be able to offer everything equally. 4 pentacles, 4 pentacles. That's funny. 11, 11, 4 pentacles each. 4 pentacles on the negative masculine feminine side, and then 4 pentacles on the positive masculine feminine side, to be able to bring that in. Also, with this telepathic and magnetic connection as well from the inside out, your Queen of Cups here, I almost said Queen of Wands, so yeah, twin flame, gosh darn it. This Queen of Cups, she's also feeling this way. She's also wanting to talk to you. She's also spying on you. She's also trying really hard to just keep her boundaries and her healing in place, because she understands that you need to heal. She understands that this is very mutual, and she understands that not only do you have to learn how to not react, but she had to learn how to not react. She understands that she had to put her 9 of Cups first before she could have anything else. You know, her heart was just as broken as yours. Your spiritual consequences are here more so than hers, and she still is unconditionally loving you and wanting to have an open bridge. And if you're not taking the bridge, then you don't deserve her in the first place. And if you're not taking the bridge, then why the fuck do you deserve yourself? You know, if you don't want to make this investment in yourself, then why are you even choosing to live at this point? In the sense of live for something that's better, live for something that's you. You just feel like as if you're just existing. Like day by day, you wake up, pay your bills, go to work, eat, jack off, do whatever else, and then that was a day. There's nothing more for you here to live for. Okay, you're just living, you're just existing in that moment. And that's kind of where you're sitting at, Capricorn, in the reflection of this, is I was just doing my thing. Now I actually have to do the work, and I actually want to have this mental capacity and emotional balance to live in my own free will. I wasn't in control of my free will before when I thought I was. I was just being selfish and prideful and haughty, and I wanted to do this and this and this. I didn't give a shit that I hurt anybody. I didn't give a shit that I hurt my one person, and I didn't give a shit that I ended up hurting myself. Now this 2022 is really going to bring in this loving, calming, caring kind from all avenues for you, which is another thing with the 7s. Is this Chariot's taken off, and this Chariot's also coming in. You'll have this vantage point of seeing whichever direction, okay? The bottom of the deck here with your outer is a negative Emperor. This way that this energy is moving is that no wonder you're in the Emperor, because your 2 kings that are negative are pulling you down and not letting you grow. Your King of Wands and your King of Swords, okay? And look at Page of Swords is right here. Oh my gosh. Princess of Cups. So there's a Page of Cups and a Princess of Cups, but this Prince of Cups is a Page of Cups masculine. This right here is Princess of Swords feminine. So she has the truth, and you know the truth about the situation, and it hurts you. However, this she is not just your divine counterpart on the outside, your twin flame. It's you on the inside when you look in the mirror, okay? That's also part of why this feminine side is also going to come home to you and say, I know, I'm sorry too. I just want to be one with you. Look at the complete opposite of that. You know, there's 2 dolphins there, the feminine and the masculine, 2 moons that look exactly the same. So let's stack them and make it yin yang, and that's exactly what it's going to look like. Yeah, yin yang there, yin yang here. See, you're supposed to have this balance of restoring your fortunes, masculine and feminine, and the Lord's going to do that as soon as you bring in this truth, because your Emperor energy is waiting to be moved back up into the positive by way of how he's going to weigh and measure you within this justice coming in to give you this Hierophant energy, which is 5 and 1, your masculine and your feminine energies, all your Empress and Emperor energies, all 4 kings and queens inside of you, to balance out and give you that opportunity moment of full self-love and opportunity in your faith, okay? 4 swords here. Yeah, you really need to allow this truth to come in. And look at this. Two of Swords, Three of Swords, and now Four of Swords. You're really dividing the truth and the lies here to take what needs to be taken with you in this situation here, in this growth. Yeah, that's beautiful. Three of Wands right there as well. All right, Cap, let's look into your chakras here. There's so much for you here. There's so much coming. And as long as you just continue to go in and allow Jesus and God to divide out the toxins, that truth is going to come up to the surface, and that rust is going to start healing. That's inside your heart here. Okay, this Queen of Cups, there's a boundary here because she's given up on you. You're not able to move forward with her. You're not able to grow by yourself, and you're not willing, or you weren't willing to grow with her. And all she wanted you to do was just love her and be loved in return. How hard is that? But your scared ass has kept you back so much because you're intimidated by the fear of the truth that you allowed to happen. You did spiritual consequences towards her and with her and towards other people that now eventually you do have to face. 2022 is going to be about facing the truth here. Yeah, no matter what. And the feminine side inside of you, this Empress inside, to be able to face your Empress on the outside. Maybe not even in this year 2022, but 2022, if you take this free willing opportunity to choose, you're going to be able to clear out a lot of negative bullshit. Yeah, clear out, make room. No more back-burning stuff. No more mind-fucking games. No more lying. No more deceit. No more trying to not be embarrassed and vulnerable, because this is so many truths here that you told so many lies to be able to have to tell the truth later. Okay? It continued to snowball, or you have forgotten what you lied about beforehand, or you didn't forget what you lied about beforehand because you were also a master manipulator in control. Okay? There's a very bounded contract, yet your queen is still sitting there in love with you. No matter what she does, okay? This feminine side inside you is still waiting for you to come home and love her too. My goodness, Cap. Get out of your own way. Why are you so afraid? Yeah, look at this. I love this. So Capricorn, this is your third eye chakra right here. And what's going to happen is that Isaiah 25:7, the Lord is going to remove this veil of these toxic ions inside of you, this chemical imbalance, this rust. And he's going to create in you anew, especially with this year 2022. There's that Libra justice energy that we already talked about right there with this Two of Swords too, right? Well, this is Libra in this deck, and this is this balance. And you're going to be able to restore your fortunes and see clearly at what truths you're supposed to take with you, this wisdom, knowledge, perception that's given to you now to be able to see clearly. And you're going to be able to balance it. You're going to be able to compartmentalize it much better, 1711 there, than you did before, because this is also a lot of anxiety, a lot of cold and depressives, instead of warm, fuzzy, higher vibrations, which you will get when you can see clearly, because then you have eyes to see. Okay, there's things within you that you've never seen before about this worth and all of this dedication that you've brought to yourself for worldly matters. Can you imagine what would happen to you on the inside, and how much more abundantly blessed you could be by bringing in positive manifestation for yourself and for others, okay? This queen, just as much as you, it also wants this balance, and she can also see clearly, and that's why this is another reason why I just feel this huge soul contract. It's so bounded, this Empress for you. Oh, look at, we also have this card too, which is your root chakra. And Capricorn, this is beautiful. This is the very first deck in this whole entire, card, in this whole entire deck, and it is about renewal. 2022 can bring a whole sense of renewal and faith and spirit for you, transforming your lowly body into your highly body. And honey, as a child of God, we are required to master our emotions and to have Jesus rip off that veil. Okay, it's coming for you if you choose to take it. If not, it's just going to make it so much harder for you, because you yourself are choosing those spiritual consequences. That Libra energy is going to get you no matter what. So how do you want to be weighed and measured within your hearts here? Okay, bottom of the deck. Look at this. Lord, I love you. Third eye, once again, you know that recovery needs to happen. Recovery has already been kind of in your butt anyway because of all those cups, right? We talked about lots of drinking. Either way, lots of drinking, there's an addiction here to something along those lines. But there's devil energy within you when you're the emperor being pulled down. All four kings inside of you are bounded by Satan, which is your queen of cups too is. But this is why she had to break free, and this is why she's standing in her truth, and why it's so scary for you. So what's happening? So the Lord is sitting here and saying, hey, I've led you to Wounds into Light, because that Wounds into Light, this channel encourages you to take this key. Okay, at Wounds into Light, we choose acceptance, which is right here, sweetheart. 1911 was just there. So thank you, Yeshua, once more. It's right here. This is choosing to accept ourselves. The next step in Wounds into Light is choosing to love ourselves, no matter what that key finds, no matter what the light brings out, no matter what was hidden so deep down before. We choose to love every single part of it, because it's been inside of us and who we are this whole entire time before you decided to break that seal. Okay. The third part of Wounds into Light is choosing to recover. You have a whole new start to help you because the key is in there, this transformer, this converter. Jehovah has granted you the blessings of grace and mercy within that love of Jesus Christ. He's put that key back into your spiritual backbone to wind you up with grace and mercy as you walk along this crooked path straightly with God's light and love and abundance, guidance, insight, all right here for you. So if you're new, and to welcome you into Wounds into Light, this is what we do here, is we choose to recover, to see clearly for the Most High, okay, including yourself, because the best investment that you could ever make in is yourself, Capricorn. You've been so afraid to get close to your feminine side, but look at what you're allowing yourself to not get, okay? Do you not know how much strength it takes to carry on the inside what you allow yourself to carry every single day? Can you imagine how much easier it would be to lose all of that, to let it all go and wake up with inner peace and balance and recovery of a clean heart because the Lord has your heart anyway? Yeah, isn't that beautiful, Capricorn? I don't understand why you keep yourself held back for so much, for so long, because you've been so afraid, okay? Your parents done fucked up and treated you wrongly. You've been through some traumatic situations that weren't your fault. And all I see here is that you are allowing yourself to continue to be a victim. You're not a victim. As soon as you tell God and yourself, I'm not a victim. Okay, you can even become a survivor, or you can choose to navigate this and be able to have your own sense of self and direction within this balanced recovery for you that's already clearly destined for you. 2111 there. Okay, this is your crown chakra. You have a whole destiny waiting within these balance of these emotional and mental energies, our masculine and our feminine, okay? God, Jesus are right there waiting for you, okay? Look at, we have this whole destined path for you, and you're kind of seeing it, okay? This queen came into your life to fuck shit up because she was supposed to. You've sent away the one that was meant to heal you, and now you're finally seeing it within this truth and these mental reflections. It's, oh shit, I pushed away the one that was really trying to show me true love. Yeah, not good, not good. All right, Father, let's end this here. Call it a reading with some clarifications here for Capricorn. I'm just sending you so much love and light and the biggest hug and maybe some 10 minutes cuddles, because you just need those extra pheromones to show you just how worthy you are. And we can't hug ourselves in that kind of direction, but we can hug ourselves still and feel that sense of love and energy through us, because Jesus sees you. Jesus sees you and he wants to heal you, okay, Cap? I hope that you let him. All right, Father, last messages here for 2022 inner and outer reflections of Capricorn. Jesus Christ, 2022, right there, 22. Oh, Capricorn, here you are, and you're bounded by the devil. And I already told you that because of those low ions, those 7s and then those 9s, and then that emperor and the negative. And this is your energy, and you're starting to get a new reconfiguration of this electrical prop inside of you, your temperament. You no longer want to react, you want to respond. You're trying to figure out how to break free from the power of Satan, because the power of Satan cannot drive out the power of Satan, and it will not, because he won't want it to. The power of God has to come in, and now it's time. And Jehovah says 2022, you can still be bounded, or you can choose the right way in the sense of your recovery and this balance and becoming healthier. And, you know, a healthy self is because you healed thyself. And what's going on is you're not understanding just how much damage that there really is here. You think that you know, but you don't know, because you haven't been in control here, sweetheart. Bottom of the deck. The star, which is exactly what comes out after the tower, in between the devil here. Your star also goes back to your third eye, which you have 2 chakra cards right here. You know, to be able to see clearly, your Star of David is right here. Your one of your eyes is your third eye, and it's right here within you here, this intuition, okay? Your soul. You're splitting your face in half. Your right eye is your sun, your masculine energy, and that's the energy that it connects to. Your left side of your body and your left eye here is your feminine energy, your moon. Okay, so what's happening is that the Lord is going to reconfigure your tower from the bottom up, from low vibrations to high vibrations. Open up your third eye, your intuition. You're going to see clearly. You're going to understand why you were so bounded, and you're going to be able to move on in the right direction, because there's the Ace of Cups there. He's going to restore your heart, Capricorn, and I really hope that you allow him to, because your old ass energy is only going to kill you. And look at this, is in the positive, so this is a victory. You chose to say yes. When the devil's got your heart, how is this cup supposed to overflow when it can't even overflow? It's just going to continue coming out. It's never going to be filled. It's never going to fruitfully fill you up, okay? Your cup has to be overflowing to give it to your queen. Your cup has to be overflowing to give it to anybody else. So you have to make sure that you are overflowing, balanced completely on the inside before you can offer it to anybody else. Yeah, look at this. Shut up, Lord. Wow, that's too many cards. One too many cards, but that's okay. I'm still going to take it. Three of Wands in the negative within this Four of Wands completion. This Four of Wands is not over yet. You still have the opportunity to add to it because this twin flame is supposed to come back to you in some sorts of another. As long as things work in the way that they're supposed to, you follow this direction of what's the utmost righteous truth. Okay, Page of Wands is here. Once again, these spies of love, these spies of passion, these spies of this heat, this bounded contract. Okay, you both are still spying on each other. You're thinking of each other. You're getting messages from each other. You're dreaming of each other. You're wanting to call each other. I miss voice. So you miss her voice. Yeah, you miss her voice. I get it. Yeah, because she's your Empress. Here's the Empress card to match that Emperor, and she's standing upright in her truth, looking as beautiful as she is. And where the fuck are you? Okay, she's sitting here still waiting for you, high and mighty on her throne that the Lord blessed her with in your heart. Okay, I mean, the one on the outside too probably is too, but I can't speak for her. She's got her own free will. Okay, the one inside of you is waiting for you to come home once you survive this death and rebirth from the power of Satan. Power of God is going to over-trump and kill off everything for you, so you have this brand new start. And that is beautiful, Capricorn. I absolutely love that. Four of Cups on the bottom there. Make this overall decision. All right, Father, last card here for Capricorn. Last card here for Capricorn. My goodness, where the heck did that go? There it is. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Father. Yeah, you're going to be able to balance yourself out with this Two of Swords. Do not take the dark path. Do not be led into temptation. Okay, the Lord has so much planned for you. And do you want to get well or not? Love you.